Whether you choose to acknowledge it or not, likely every single sporting event you've ever watched was largely dictated by one little on-screen display: the scorebug. Baseball, football, hockey, basketball, bobsled, curling, tennis, golf, fucking croquet. It's all tracked through stat sensors, camera operators, and is made consumable to the masses in an instant. A marvel of modern science, broadcast technology, and computer-generated graphics. All placed into your living room about a fifth of a second after it's plugged by a production assistant. It's easy to forget it's been barely 3 decades since the first implementation of a scorebug in a sports ball competition. Have you ever wondered why every major network insists on redesigning it every time a Super Bowl comes around like a damn fashion show? In a world of constantly changing media needs, analytical stat trends, ad integration in forms of new media, this technology is changing faster than anyone could fathom in its infancy. But to know how we got into the Buff Joe Flacco era, we must first uncover how we got a score on screen in the first place. Let's go back.
Kenny Pickett!
That's Antonio Brown without.
Oh, a flag does come in.
He beats Cox.
That is a disgusting act.
Pat Summerall here with John Madden and the Cowboys.
To a time before the scorebug existed. If you dared to make the mistake of missing the start of a game, you'd probably have no idea what the score was for a good bit. These were sports on TV before the mid-1990s. CBS, NBC, ABC, ESPN, they'd flash the score once every few minutes. If you missed it, too bad. You're living in the Stone Age. A non-insignificant number of viewers would actively choose radio broadcasts over television. At least then they could rely on an enthusiastic retelling of events with constant updates on down and distance. A personal and local flair depicting the game.
Stewart, handoff, Bettis, Jerome Bettis, on his feet across midfield, dragging tacklers with him across the 45-yard line into Cleveland territory.
And I mean to tell you, Dan Kreider, who's in this ball game today, who's been out with injury, Dan Kreider, give him a block. It says, all right, bus, you're on your own now, and the bus drives like I-Bat and Julian York to take it into Cleveland territory at the 45-yard line.
Some with ideas that would be ingrained into a team's culture permanently. Television of the time seemed to let the on-field play speak for itself, which, when the broadcasts were the equivalent of 240p pending your antenna picks it up without static, wasn't exactly a perfect system for distributing text-based information. Sure, there were graphic overlays, clunky, static things that looked like they were constructed on a light bright. But a constant score display? Too fancy. Too much screen clutter. Too complex. Too futuristic. Even if the tech existed, we have every reason to believe the public would have rioted had it been implemented. However, in 1994, ABC and ESPN acquired the rights to broadcast that year's World Cup in the US. They needed a baited hook to get the apathetic American eyes to watch soccer. And boy, did they find it. Limited commercial interruptions. Fuck it, no commercial interruptions. 90 plus minutes of exhilarating football action. Needless to say, no commercials meant no money coming in. But ABC had a plan. If you can't put the game into commercials, put the commercials into the game. That's right. The origin of the broadcast scorebug all leads back to ABC wanting to put ads on the screen. Time is a circle. This is why capitalism always wins in the end. From the 23 affiliates broadcasting the game, ABC raked in a total of $60 million in ad revenue. A tremendous success for what was deemed a gamble. And everyone took note. There was blood in the water. After the Summer World Cup matches, a newly minted Fox broadcasting company was looking to add some edge to the sports world. Years of tabloid newspaper prowess led Rupert Murdoch to his finest successes. To make a splash, Fox snags the NFC broadcast rights in the middle of the night and decides we're gonna make football look like a goddamn video game. Enter the Fox Box, the first persistent on-screen scoreboard in NFL broadcast history. The small yellow rectangle in the top left corner that changed everything. At first, fans hated it. They said it was distracting, obnoxious. Why the fuck is there a rectangle on my 4x3 240p resolution 26-inch screen for 3 hours? But within a year, everyone else copied it. There was too much money sitting on the table for them not to. The Fox Box didn't just change football, it changed television itself. This scorebug would become the standard for every major sport. The constant score display became the standard way for watching the game. Cable viewers were presented with a silver platter of information at the flip of a channel. Your team just went to commercial break? Come watch the newly reformed Cleveland Browns get mollywogged in their first game back.
So the rivalry is renewed with a whimper and not a bang. The Steelers knock off the Cleveland Browns 43-0.
A channel surfing viewer can now get the score of a game in real time, no longer merely every drive or every quarter. Naturally, the other network saw Fox printing hypothetical gold and said, I'll have what she's having. This era gave us clean, readable designs. No animations, no explosions, just cold, hard sports info. It was the golden age of the scorebug. Simple, functional, and impossible to screw up. Until standard definition became a dinosaur. Then came the high definition era, and with it, graphic designers on speed.
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
Every network decided the scorebug needed to look like the dashboard of a fighter jet. Chrome, shading, metallic 3D beveling. Every replay came with a stock sound effect straight out of a Michael Bay movie. And Fox went balls deep into experimentation. Each Super Bowl broadcast was basically a chance to show off a flashier version of their scorebug. It became tradition, a complete redesign every time they hosted the big game. Super Bowl 36 in 2002. First time Fox has played with a bar instead of a box. Still up top, still boxy, no frilly logos or designs. Super Bowl 42 in 2008. Sleek HD look, metallic gradients and glassy shine. Super Bowl 45 in 2011. This game never happened. Super Bowl 51 in 2017. The return of the Fox Box. And a third Brady Super Bowl. And also one that Atlanta would rather forget. And in Super Bowl 57 in 2023, we can definitely say that we've entered. As the 2010s rolled in, the cheesy over-the-top chrome died. Sleek minimalism took over. Everyone wanted their scorebug to look like an iPhone app, not a Dodge Ram commercial. Fox's new designs moved to the bottom of the screen. Controversial, but practical for now standard widescreen viewing. And broadcasts firmly standardized into HD. CBS joined them at the bottom, but went to a flat Excel spreadsheet look with dynamic colors. NBC copied off their homework, but changed it just enough to not draw suspicion. And ESPN kept redesigning theirs every 2 years. Now the scorebug isn't just telling you the score, it's spitting out live data. Running play clock, drive summaries, win probability, fantasy stats, even sports betting lines with the proliferation of it. Half the time you're not watching football. It's a damn accounting ledger with helmets. Behind that tiny graphic is a full-blown data operation. Every number on that screen comes from live NFL data feeds synced in real time. Inside the broadcast truck at every stadium, there's literally someone whose job is scorebug operator. If the on-field clock malfunctions, they fix it. If a score changes, it's updated instantly, usually with a fancy touchdown graphic or two. It's a split-second tango of software, electricity, and caffeine. And as broadcasts evolve, the scorebugs become a gateway to everything. Player tracking, win probability, real-time analytics, and even betting integration. Fox's 2023 design literally syncs with next-gen stats in real time. We've gone from who's winning to this receiver separation is 3.6 yards with a top speed of 21.6 miles per hour, powered by AWS. So what's next? Well, if you look at Amazon, their Prime Vision broadcast highlights everything from skill players' active routes to defensive players pressuring the line of scrimmage. Netflix hasn't done a ton in terms of new features yet, but they're still trying to find their feet after last year's debut. Maybe in the next decade, DraftKings or FanDuel buys a network. We'll be able to get live broadcast in-game parlays on Netflix, Premium, FanDuel, Pro Sportsbook, and Paramount Plus Max Ultra Edition. Starting in 2023, when Fox Soft launched their new scorebug, there was something else in mind you might not have realized. Short-form vertical content's become a popular way for creators in the Shield to share highlights and analysis. It's clear some have taken notes and made the scorebug friendlier to a 1080 by 1920 format. Note that the less important parts of the design are outside the vertical cut. Apart from that, who knows where the future of sportscasting leads? Perhaps AI-assisted augmented reality scorebugs hovering above players. Maybe the NFL Plus Premium package will imitate Madden and remove it only so that they can charge you extra just to get it back. Whatever it becomes, one thing's certain. That little corner rectangle isn't going anywhere. From the Fox Box to the endless redesigns every Super Bowl, the scorebug has evolved into a symbol of sports itself. Constantly updated, constantly tweaked, and constantly reminding you that your team still sucks ass. So the next time your team blows a 21-point lead, take a second to appreciate that little bug in the corner. It's the Sancho to your Don Quixote, no matter how much pain it brings.